In India's tiger reserves and national parks, Bengal tigers survive because of healthy ecosystems and an abundance of prey. Through forests of sal trees and grasslands, Bengal tigers search for a variety of prey. Tigers are big predators, and they need large prey with an average weight of 91 kilograms. The swamp deer is certainly big enough for a tiger, but it's not as common and hefty as a sambar deer. Sambar deer are very good at calling the alarm when tigers approach. They are one of the principal prey of tigers. A smaller deer, the chital or spotted deer, can be found in large herds, so it's a common target too. A less common prey species is the barking deer, and like other deer species, have distinctive alarm calls that are often heard throughout the sal forests. Another small deer is the hog deer, which is common in Kaziranga National Park. There are always large herds of Indian wild pigs, which are a top choice of tigers. The preferred food species is the Gaur, the largest wild cow in the world. While very rare, wild buffalo are sometimes killed too. Young black bucks have to run from tigers as well. The mature males turn black as their testosterone increases. Also, the uncommon four-horned antelope and the blue bull are sometimes eaten too. And in drier habitats, the Indian gazelle is hunted. While small and not very meaty, the very common langurs sometimes don't run fast enough and end up on the tiger's plate. Even species that seem way too small are sometimes eaten, like peafowl and Indian hares. Maybe they're just hors d'oeuvres. Bengal tigers occasionally eat leopards, but that's a risky proposition. They very rarely get jackals and mugur crocodiles as well. And they have been known to kill Indian wild dogs and even sloth bears. They very rarely kill rhinoceros and elephants, and are even known to eat cobras, probably done on a dare. When a tiger makes a kill, many other species benefit. For example, vultures historically were a major force in cleaning up tiger kills. Sadly, India has lost 90% of all its vultures due to the use of a product to treat cattle. This male Gaur has had a big chunk taken from its back, but survived the tiger attack. But this Gaur didn't survive an attack and was devoured, leaving very little for others like the golden jackal and the eastern jungle crow. Here's the cleanup crew taking a chai break. Male tigers reach sexual maturity at 4 to 5 years and the females at 3 to 4 years. This southern kukal doesn't want to be a toy for the cub. Tigers usually have 2 to 3 cubs. Cubs are born in a shelter in tall grass, in caves, or just in thick brush. That's a nice Indian pitta. Cubs are born with their eyes and ears closed and a thick woolly fur that lasts about 4 months. They suckle for 3 to 6 months and begin to eat meat at 2 months of age. Also, at about 2 months, cubs can follow their mother on hunting expeditions, and they actually take part in hunts at 5 to 6 months old. Some males take care of 3 different families at the same time, occasionally passing by to check out how things are going. This mother left her young cubs and took off to go find a prey. Maintaining a large family requires a huge quantity of meat. Ah, the beautiful green bee-eater. Spotted deer may not have a lot of meat on them, but there are lots of them. On the average, a tiger kills about 50 deer per year. The 3 cubs alternate between suckling and eating some fresh meat. The Indian paradise flycatcher has responsibilities too. This Indian Scops owl is waiting for his time to hunt. One cub seems to prefer mother's milk, and the other has moved on to meat. At 2 to 3 years old, young tigers pull away from the family and take off to look for their own territory. This, of course, is much more difficult as humans have taken over almost all of the landscape.